So a few other things that I got. I'm going to start, I kind of have them separated in piles by publisher, so I don't remember which days I got them or anything like that. But I will just kind of go through and show you. I'm going to start with some of the random things that I don't really have groups for. One of the things that I was really excited to get and that I didn't think I would get is the audiobook, the MP3 audiobook of Uncommon Criminals by Allie Carter. She did sign the CD. And this I got at Brilliance Audio. I just happened to be walking by and I saw Allie there, and she and I had met earlier. So she signed it and they had a copy left, so I was really excited for that. I listened to Heist Society on audio and I loved it. So this one is next on my list of audio to read, or to listen to rather. I also got a couple adult titles. 11 Scandals to Start to Win a Duke's Heart. I've already read this off of NetGalley and I absolutely loved it. I love her books. I wasn't able to get her to sign anything because I wasn't able to make the signings that she had. So I was thrilled to get that. And then this one, Blood Rights, just looked kind of interesting. I don't really know. But yeah, so I got those two adult books. And then a couple of books I wasn't able to get, but people had extras. Or not that they had extras, but they had them at home, or they didn't need them or couldn't fit them. Christy from the Story Siren gave me a couple books. She gave me the Skyship Academy, which is Nick James. I really wanted to get this one, but I don't remember what I was in line for when he was signing and they ran out, or they didn't have any when I went back to see. So thank you very much, Christy. And she also gave me Bitter End by Jennifer Brown. These are ones that I believe she got in like bags, like gift bags, and so she already had them. So thank you, Christy. Or she had already read them. I appreciate it. And then I'm like 98% sure it was Jamie from the Broken Bookish, or Perpetual Page Turner, that gave me After Obsession by Carrie Jones from Bloomsbury. She had gotten it. When we got there on Tuesday, I went right to the Scholastic, what do you call that? Scholastic table, and I got Forever by Maggie Stiefvater and The Scorpio Races. I had most of the other books that they had because they sent them to me. But I got those, and then while I was there, I met up with a couple people that I knew, and I ended up just walking around with them and not really getting any books, which was totally fine because I was really there to like network and meet people. So that was actually great, but I didn't really pick up many books, and this was one of the ones I had wanted, and Jamie had it, and she saw me, and so she gave it to me, so thank you very much, Jamie. I appreciate that. So those are kind of some of my random things that I got. I also got from Egmont, Trial by Fire, signed by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I adored Raised by Wolves, and Jen Lynn Barnes is one of the sweetest people you could ever meet. I actually was able to walk around with her and Sarah Reese Brennan for a little bit. Sarah was just there for the fun of it. They were actually the people I saw at Scholastic, and we walked around for a bit, and then I got to go to Jen's signing to get this book. It's a beautiful finished copy. Another lovely finished copy that I got was Uncommon Criminals by Allie Carter. So I have the audiobook and I have the actual book. Like I said, I adore her, so I was so pleased to get this. And that was from Disney Hyperion. From the Random House booth, I got Passion by Lauren Kate, and it's signed as well. That's another one where I just kind of randomly stumbled upon her line and was able to get that. And then another just kind of singular book, just one book from the imprint, is from Amulet. I saw Misfit, and these were kind of weird because they had them out, but they were like on a bookshelf like way underneath, and so I didn't know if you could take them or not. So I asked the guy, and he's like, "Yeah, of course, go ahead, grab one." So yeah, nobody really knew they were there. So I was pleased to get that. And then from Scholastic, I got Forever and The Scorpio Races. And then I also got The 11th Plague by Jeff Hirsch, which Scholastic had sent me, but I was able to meet him and have him sign it. So that was very fun. I really enjoyed that. On Tuesday, I also, before BEA technically started, I went to the Children's Literature Breakfast, where we got copies of Wonderstruck by Brian Selznick. I got my copy signed, so that was very cool. I love the invention of Hugo Cabret, so I'm super excited for this one. We also got What Happened to Goodbye by Sarah Dessen, which y'all probably know if you've seen my blog that I went to one of her signings, so I already have a signed copy, so I'll be giving this one away. And then Little White Rabbit by Kevin Henkes. Kevin Henkes is actually from Wisconsin. His book, he wrote Chrysanthemum and Wembley Worried and Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, and I adore him, so I was very pleased to get this picture book. It will go to my niece, my new baby niece. So that's what we got at the breakfast. Oh, as well as like a signed print from Julianne Moore's Freckle Face Strawberry. So that was really cool. Okay, so the rest of these books, again, I don't know which day I got them or anything like that. And they're kind of organized by imprint, or not by imprint, but by like the main group. So like Dutton and Penguin and all those and Razorbill will all be in the same pile. I'm going to start with Source Books. So I got 2 books from them. The Undertaker's Rise of the Corpses, which is definitely something my middle grade will probably enjoy. And I also got The Predicteds. I love the idea of this story. It's the story where after a school shooting, I believe it is, they start profiling students, they fill something out, and so it tells, are they the type of student who would do something violent? So it predicts whether or not you have the potential to hurt someone, and then you're kind of like lumped into groups, so is that really true? It's one of those kind of freaky futuristic things that you think actually could happen, so I'm excited to read that. One of my favorite signings was the Harlequin Teen, because it was just a whole row of 5 authors and you got to go through all of them. Katie Cross was one, The Girl in the Steel Corset, which I'm actually reading right now and don't have here with me. But I got that book. I also got Twisted, the 3rd book by Tina Showalter for the intertwined ones. So I'm excited about that. Saving June, Hannah Harrington wasn't able to be there, but we did get copies of her book. Maria V. Schneider's Outside In, the sequel to Inside Out, which apparently also has bookmarks in it that I dropped. And then Julie Kagawa's The Iron Queen. So I have that one signed as well. That was exciting. Again, to meet her, I saw her at the school library. Journal Day of Dialogue, but it was nice to see her at BEA as well. From Harper, I got a few books. I stood in a really long line for Melissa Marr, and I got Darkest Mercy signed, which means that I'll have another giveaway, because this will now be my copy, and I already own a copy, so I'll give that one away. And then I also am really excited about this one. We got 2 books from Melissa Marr. We got Darkest Mercy and then Enthralled. This one comes out in September. It's a collection of short stories from the women who were on the Smart Chicks Kick It tour. So I am super excited to read these. I loved that tour. It was one of the first events I ever went to, so that's kind of cool. And then I also got this Eve by Anna Carey. I hadn't heard too much about this book, but Erica from The Bookseller, Danny from The Overflowing Bookshelf, and Christy from The Story Siren all said that it was supposed to be really good, and they were looking forward to it, and I trust their judgment, so I picked up a copy as well, plus they had extra. And I am really excited about reading it once they told me what it was about. One of my favorite little boosts, the Macmillan people, I got the Fox Inheritance, so the sequel to The Adoration of Jenna Fox, which I absolutely adored, and my students love as well, so now I can tease them all that I have it. So Mary Pearson signed that. I also got All These Things I've Done by Gabrielle Zevin. She wrote Elsewhere and Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac, and I love both of those, so super thrilled for that one. Their imprint tour has The Fairy Ring, which I've heard great things about, and I know that Christy is blurbed in there, so that's exciting. Can't wait to read that one. And then Original Sin. I have Personal Demons, I've not read it, but I stood in line to meet her and get this book as well. Candlewick had some really awesome books that they gave us. I stood in line and met L.A. Weatherly to get Angel Burn signed. I reviewed it on my blog recently. Yes, I did. And they had sent it to me for review. It's a beautiful, like the finished copy is beautiful with like foil and everything. I also got Bluefish from them, which they talked about at the school library journal Day of Dialogue, and I was really excited about. Circle 9. And A Long, Long Sleep, which is like a Cinderella story. So I'm pleased, not Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, A Long, Long Sleep. Hi, how do you get it together? So I'm super excited for that one as well.